This is just what I told there. I have just put it on a pie diagram and shown how it is NTFP collection contribution of different NTFPs, like from animal origin, it is the very least. Most of the things are from plant origin. Out of that, medicinal plants contribute the highest. Then comes the essential oils, tannins, and dyes. This is just a comparison how employment generation and revenue for the rural sector. This is a 4 important strategy for NTFPs, that is production and harvesting management. When there is lack in this production and harvest management, most of the NTFPs are either go undocumented and most of the resource material is wasted. So the good package of practices for production and management of NTFPs is a need where you can save the loss of the material. Property rights and institutionalization of management system. So some of the institute, like it has to be, there are, for some NTFPs, there are societies like Tendupatta, all those things, like honey, there are societies. But some NTFPs, though they are collected in huge amount, their management is not in a organized manner. So again, there is lot of waste of the material, and also the documentation is not up to the mark. So value addition is another important aspect where you can enhance the revenue by value addition of the NTFPs. Example like mushrooms, then bamboo rhizomes, where if you have some value added product, you have good revenue out of it. Marketing and trade, this is again very important aspect where there is still lot of gap where marketing is a big issue in the NTFPs, because it is locally consumed and collected and sold also locally. So in international market, very few of the NTFPs have been highlighted. Otherwise, many of the NTFPs have been locally consumed and locally marketed. So this documentation is also very important. So I just given few examples of case studies of India where Agarbathi is a big industry, where you can see the maximum revenue from Agarbatti industries is a contribution in India. Now, due to lack of the raw materials, even Agarbatti industry is facing problem, because lot of material like the dough material which was earlier available from the forest area is now banned, and they are trying for substitutes which are not accepted by the either by the industry, or even people don't accept the alternatives because it doesn't give out that much of essence compared to the earlier used. Like one essence used was from like Ailanthus malabarica. The essence used from that was the major essence used. But now, since there is a ban on the extraction of that gum from the tree, so that is not available. So again, Agarbatti industry is facing lot of problem, because lot of synthetic additives have come into the market, which is both from the view of health and from the market, it is harmful. So people are not accepting. So Agarbatti industry is also facing a problem. So a lot of research in the alternative dough material is also been carrying out. So this is just an highlight of what the ingredients of Agarbatti has been, how it has changed over years, and now there is really there is a dearth of material for production of Agarbatti sticks. So another major industry is toys and handicrafts. Just I'll highlight one of the toy industries of Karnataka. There is a toy making industry in Chanpatna in Karnataka, where the major household, the small scale industry is toy making. It is made from wrightia wood, and now even they lack the raw material, that is wrightia, and the material used is the natural dyes, either extracted from leaves and vegetables. So even now this industry is having lot of problem because of the non-availability of raw material, that is wrightia. wood which is almost not available in the forest area or locally. So they are trying to switch over to the other material like Alstonia, all those species, but it doesn't give out that type of carving which they used to get from Wrightia tinctoria, and even dyeing is difficult when compared to Wrightia wood. So these are the plate making. In the eastern region, you see that forest dwellers collect lot of tree leaves and make the plates like Maduka, Butea, then Bohemia, then ficus leaves are used to make plates, and they are locally sold. This also has a good, it gives a lot of revenue to people, locally tribal people at their family level. They collect these leaves and they make plates or paper plates and cups which are locally sold and used. So tannins. So tannins, generally source of tannins are the four plants which I have listed there: Acacia nilotica, then Acacia fancy, this Turbinella cebula, the mirabillan seed, then Rhizophora macronata. These four plants are the major source of tannins, which are used in tanning animal skin or even tanning uh, leather, and sometimes dyeing clothes also. So now a lot of eco-friendly, most of them are eco-friendly dyes only since they are from natural source. But there is lot of mimicking of these natural dyes which are in the market, which almost look like the natural material. But the problem is they are not eco-friendly and they cause lot of health hazards. This is just a photo I am showing where cotton is being dyed by mirabillan seed extract. So this I am just showing you about the species from which the gums and mucilages are extracted. The gum caraya from Sterculia urens, then gum gatti, Anagesis latifolia, gum arabica, acacia species as Acacia nilotica, then Senegal, then Catechu, Chingan, there's Lenia coromandelica for Agarbathi industry, then Subabul from Leucenia leucocephala, then gum Cantha is from astragalus. This is very minor, which is only restricted to some parts of India where this collection is made. Then mucilage from, you know, that you tamarind seed kernel. The tamarind kernel pulp is used for mucilage production. Then cassia species, crotalaria, indigofera. There are so many species from mucilage is produced as food additives or for as a filler. I am sharing this PPT so you can just go through this uh, all details about this gums and tannins. So another major contribution of NTFPs is the essential oils. So essential oils may be from all these materials where it has been listed like grasses, either from wood, leaf, root, flowers, and seed oil. So these are the different parts of plant from where essential oils are extracted, and from each the process varies. See, from grasses, palmarosa, ginger grass oil, citronella, vetiver oil, these are from grasses. Wood oils, as all of you know, sandalwood oil is the major one, then agarwood oil, then deodar, then pile oil. Leaf oils like eucalyptus oil, menthol oil from mentha species. There are few mentha species from which menthol is extracted. Then geranium oil, cinnamon oil. From leaf oils, you can there are n number of oils which can be extracted. The major ones in the markets are these. Otherwise, there are many leaf oils which are extracted in small quantities also for a particular use. Root oils, these two are the major oils extracted from those, that vetiver oil and then costus oil. Flower oil also, there are many flower oils either extracted in the form of essential oils or in the form of concrete. The major one is the rose oil, jasmine, then tagetes, then hedychum oil. The list goes on, but major is these things where hedychum is also used for extraction of dye also. Sorry, the tagetes is also used for dye, as well as for oil. This Boswellia serrata, again an exotic plant, naturalized in India and grown for extraction of a beautiful essence, the essential oil from the seeds. So generally the extraction of essential oils varies on the plant material used, like distillation, expression, and solvent extraction. Generally, what happens if it is like sandal, if it is wood material, what we do is we distill it. Hydrodistillation is done for sandal oil extraction. Similarly, solvent extraction is done for some other oils like flower petal oils like tuberose oil or geranium oil, where solvent extraction is done, where huge material is available. Even a cold press is done to extract the oil. So medicinal plants, when you start with, the list goes on. It's a huge list, and that itself is a big subject to be studied. Just I have listed out few of the medicinal plants mainly exploited. That is Planta ovata, isabgol. You people know the Gujarat is a major producer of plant isabgol, and you know the use of it. And in the market, the husk sells for a good amount. 100 grams of isabgol seed husk costs you around 70 to 80 rupees. So it is a good source of income. Artemisia annua, again for the smell, the oil. Ravelfe serpentina, sorry, Artemisia. There are two uses again. Artemisia is as a medicine, and also Artemisia is used for extraction of essential oils also. Ravelfe serpentina, then mentha, asparagus, Catharanthus roseus. Again, it is naturalized from Madagascar Islands. It was brought to India, and it is naturalized here. And the roots and leaves both contribute for the medicine. Both the two alkaloids, the vincristine and vinblastine, is extracted from roots and the leaves. Vincristine is extracted from leaves, and vinblastine is extracted from the roots. Taxus baccata, I need not elaborate on this. You know the use of it. It is an anti-cancer product extracted from the bark. So these are some of the acids extracted from eucalyptus bark, like oxalic acid, then ursolic acid are extracted. Natural acid production from the eucalyptus, where these acids can be directly used in medicines, unlike synthetic acids which are produced cannot be directly used as medicine. This again, tree-borne oil seeds, I have just listed out. Since the NTFPs is a big topic, I just have put it into one presentation as an overview. And since I'm going to share this PPT, so you people can just go through this. And it's very difficult to explain each of them. So tree-borne oil seeds starts from neem, Pongamia, Jatropha, Garcinia. Garcinia is found in the south part of India and in the eastern part of India, the different species. Calophyllum, as if you people know, it yields the almost 60% of oil when extracted, the fixed oil. So constraints to NTFP sector is, as I told earlier also, local markets are thin. A small change in supply has large effect on the market. Even sometimes what happens, sometimes in the season there is a huge collection, and the people you can see in the local market the material is available easily, and sometimes in the off season the material is not available at all. So this is the management or processing. Value addition is the thing which is missing, where the NTF is not available throughout the year for consumption. There, the value addition plays an important role, where it can be value addition can be done, and the material can be provided off season also. Transportation cost, again, this is an example when bamboo in a large amount when it flowers, and if you plan for extraction from the forest area, again transportation is a big issue. How you transport, all those issues come, and the cost, again what you harvest and transport, you may not reap that revenue. So locally you should have some use of that material, so that transportation can be cut off from that issue, and locally if the value addition is done, so this transportation to the industry level can be avoided. Then policies and legislations, there is lot of need to change, because from the age old policies to the new policies, they have to change lot of amendments, because now the present scenario is it is not that easy to collect NTFPs from the forest areas, because there is a huge loss of genetic resource from the forest area, where extensively, unmanageably, unsustainably the NTFPs have been harvested, and the genetic material for propagation is almost nil in the forest area. So that management practices has to be strengthened. Production and processing methods are rudimentary. That means uh, there is no particular or concrete method for NTFPs processing. See, bead leaves drying also. Um, my personal experience is when I saw it in MP, the drying of bead leaves is very efficient in MP because the society is very strong. So there is a very good drying of leaves and how they bundle it. There is no fungal infection. They manage it very well. And when it comes to Jharkhand and then Orissa, where there is not collection in a huge way, but there is a significant contribution. But there is huge loss of BD leaves when they collect. There is a lot of fungal infection, and most of the BD leaves are not put into market because of the loss. Like what the revenue is fetched in MP, the same revenue is not fetched in Jharkhand, Odisha. So that management is also very important. Then marketing of NTFPs, lot of changes and research has to be done on this, where the source from where it's collected and value addition, then processing, and then marketing, packaging, everything strengthens your marketing. This is the market channel, how the NTFPs in the local market, it is collected and sold. So again, it is a very rudimentary thing. It rotates somewhere there itself, and it doesn't fetch good amount of revenue. So this also, the market channels also has to be strengthened. So just a diagram has been given. So how from the collector, how the tribal collectors of NTFPs really establish themselves as a small scale industry by collecting NTFPs, by avoiding lot of material loss and middlemen, and also local trade agents, how to avoid them, and they have a good processing facility at there. They can have small congregation of 6 to 7 villages, and they can manage one processing unit where they can process the NTFPs and directly market it to the end users. So then they can fetch good revenue. So you can just see how NTFPs really contribute to the economy. But only thing is the missing gaps has to be strengthened so that NTFPs also, though they are contributing significantly, they are not highlighted only because of the gaps in documentation, the gaps in processing, the gaps in management, and also gaps in the price. Sometimes prices are also very different. So some places they get good price and some places they don't get good price for the same material. That is also an issue. Thanks for your patience.